Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Calibria Crystal Guardians with War again. And for today's episode, I was thinking about doing a little bit of Apex Arena. I'm going to be pushing for arena ranking. Last week I was ranked 2, and for the last several weeks I've been ranking in the top 3. So it is what it is. I don't really push too hard on regular arena. I push a little bit here and there on Apex. Throughout the week, I'm usually in the top 3 or 5, but I'm usually top 3 within the actual ranking rush hour. So I'll just show you a little bit of what I do and give you a few tips, tricks, and try to figure out what kind of defenses work. I know for one, it's really hard for people to do Apex Arena because it requires 12 monsters. So it's a little bit difficult for people to come up with teams that work. I mean, a lot of people complain about not even being able to do normal arena, just coming up with a defense for normal arena. For Rush Hour, a team like this is really, really good. The key to normal arena is just build a team that's tanky, that they can't easily defeat in one turn, and then that's it. Units like the Golem are amazing for that. Destruction Idol, units like that. These are all super tanky units that are going to take a lot of damage. It's going to take them a while to kill them. So as long as you put up some kind of tanky bruiser team that takes a long time, it's usually going to be a team they avoid. So for Apex, it's a little bit different because for Apex, you have this little button right in the middle that says Blitz Battle. You use that, and it instantly just battles, and you just get the results. So it gets kind of crazy how fast you can clear out the list. So as you can see, people like Foie, I beat them and everything on occasion. Me and Foie go back and forth quite a bit. He changes his defense, I change my defense, and I win, he wins. It's rather annoying back and forth, but every week it changes up. I change my team up, he changes his, and we go from there. As far as all of this is concerned, for the units that I'm putting in, I'll show you real quick what I have them built as. This is one of the best units for any team in the game currently, and I'm talking about just America server 1. I'm not going to go with worldwide or Asia or anything like that. So I'm on America 1 server. Asura is generally one of the best units, mainly for this skill right here. I have it fully skilled up, so it's 100%. Any damage he is about to take is reduced by half instantly, and then the next time he does damage, that damage reduced gets added to that, and he dishes out a lot of damage. I have mine on Berserk Immunity, on HP defense. Super, super tanky, has a little bit of speed and substats. That's the biggest thing, is just super, super HP tanky, so he can keep taking the hits and just dishing out massive damage back. At a later date, I'm debating about putting him on Drain whenever Floor, the Hydra Dungeon and all that come out. Another unit I like to use is Monkey King because of this passive. Disable target's passives, and then with this skill, he reduces the energy. He's just attack. He decreases attack, he decreases their energy, and then this skill, he stuns. So he's a solid unit. And I've got some pretty good runes on him. It's Berserk Immunity again. I got him on Speed, HP. It could be better maybe with HP. Now that I have a bit too much speed on him, I think I'm going to have to swap out that speed for some HP. Actually, let me see. Do I have an HP that could work? I remember I had this for somebody. I don't remember who. I'll try that. I'll just throw that on there for now. Make him a little bit more tanky. Slows him down a little bit, but he's on immunity, so the key is just to be super ultra tanky. So there you go. HP, HP, HP with a lot of speed subs and just general all around stats. I like to put hit on him just a little bit just to keep this working because this skill also adds 50% hit. So in effect, he has 75% hit right now, which isn't bad at all. It'll work really well. I'm going to be doing a Monkey King Spotlight in the next few days. He's one of, if not my favorite unit. So going down the list for another unit, I use Celine a lot. She's the best healer in the game. This right here heals all the whole team, and then gives them crit resist and multi-turn heal, both of which are amazing. The crit resist is probably the best. The heal is amazing and like really, really helpful, but the crit resist is super helpful. This is kind of not that amazing of a skill. It's just a single unit heal and it gives them haste. So nothing amazing, but this is another one. It just cleanses them, heals them, but then she sacrifices herself, a bunch of HP off of herself. So I'm not a huge fan of that one at all. But on her, I got her on Berserk immunity as well. Speed, defense, HP. Just want her decently fast, tanky, because you want her to be able to take some hits. Then this is a unit I use off and on. I just recently got her. I don't have amazing runes on her. She's just on Agile Broken. So nothing special. She should be much, much faster. That's why I don't really use her much at all. She's just not fast enough for me to really bother with her. Now Dragoon, another really solid unit on defense, specifically for his dual skill. When he'll pick a target, and then those two are going to be attacking each other back and forth permanently with their default skill ones. That pretty much puts one of the enemy's monsters completely out of the fight. And every time they hit this guy, he heals, while he's almost full, over 50%, he heals another ally. When he drops below 50%, he heals himself. Or herself. Herself, yeah. Which is really, really, really good. Again, I got Berserk immunity, HP defense. You can go speed, HP, speed, HP defense, HP, whatever combination. Just, again, some speed, a bunch of HP and defense, and you're pretty solid there. A unit I like to use as a partial nuker. Or she is a nuker, but the way I built her. But the team I usually build her with, I use her with the Enchantress's third skill right here. So the Enchantress will drop that, and then the Arcanist will diffuse that, so the whole enemy team is now stunned and slowed. And then I have her also going after a Succubus. So now the Succubus drop defense break, now they're all stunned, now they're all slowed, and she hits 8 times with this skill. I haven't skilled it up, I haven't done anything much, but with these runes that she currently has, she does usually around 20 to 30,000 depending upon the defense of the unit. And 20 to 30,000 times 8. It is random, which is kind of frustrating at times, but it works really, really well. So this is the one I was telling you about earlier. He is what prevents a lot of, just insta-cleave teams from killing me off. Because of this passive right here. Anytime he's targeted by anything, any kind of skill, whether it's Succubus's defense break or anybody's damaging skills, anything, he pops up a shield equal with a percent of his max HP. Mine is pretty tanky at 75,000 HP. So with this guy, just make him tanky. I mean, he has no true set. It's just whatever broken I had that had HP on him. And there you go. He just got thrown together. So that's a pretty good unit for, defense. She's an off and on unit that I use on defense and attack. Mainly because of her skill 3. stuns everybody, reduces their energy, which basically gives your team an entire turn. After she goes, your whole team gets to go before they do. I have her on Berserk immunity, speed, HP, hit. So, don't really need actually, I think I should take that rune off. But it had 11 speed, so I kind of went with it. And now she has well over 100%. And she's sanctified with Hawkeye. So, she does what she needs to do. Now, Draconian Princess is a new one that I added, not like the last week or two. She's pretty good. I have her pretty tanky, a little bit of speed on her. I really want more defense, but I'll have to figure that one out later. I got her on Desperation Immunity, and she's useful for being tanky, but because of this skill right here, it goes up to 100% when she's skilled up. Every time one of your teammates is hit by a critical hit, it boosts the energy of your entire team, which makes her very, very effective. So I put it on Desperation Immunity because she has this skill, which hits all enemies, strips their buffs. So she could strip all the buffs and pop that Desperation stun, which can be really helpful. So she's tanky with speed, HP. Just do it like that. Enchantress, like I said earlier, a little bit speedy, a little damage with full set of Berserk, speed, crit damage attack. Just useful as a nuking tank or a nuker. I use him a lot in defense to help prevent cleaves, which is 1 turn kills. He has this passive that goes up to 100% chance. Anytime one of the allies is going to die, he prevents that death and restores their health by 200% of his defense. That's why I have a good amount of defense on this guy. And on him, I got it broken, but on immunity. So I got it on defense. Just make him HP and defense tanky. I got him on immunity, so he doesn't just get insta-cleaved as easy. The next unit that I use a lot of the time. Well, I started using this girl recently because of this skill right here. While she's alive, all enemies and allies go slower than her. So she's going to go turn 1 every time. And as you can see, mine is built to do a good bit of damage. She's slow, so that's why this skill is really good, because now they all have to go slower than her. So she does a lot of damage. I built the second one of her just so I can use double of that in the same team. Succubus, another good one. Actually, I need to swap that skill back. She does a strip on this skill and then HP break, and this is a attack buff defense break, and then she gives herself immunity, so she's really, really good as part of a cleave. Now another unit I've been using a lot of is Destruction Idol. I got this guy built up, and I really need to work on putting him on immunity, but the way I have him set up is a ton of damage. So with his passive, every time he goes, because I have it fully skilled up, every time he goes, he drains 4% of his max HP from every one of the enemies. So he takes that 4% and then sucks it into his life, and it ignores defense, ignores everything. And then this is also another skill. Every time he pops this out, he puts on him and an ally so that they reflect max HP damage as well, which can be really disgusting. And I have him on Berserk set, HP. Super tanky. He's got 100,000 hit points. Really, really good. And then I got a second one. This one is just recently built. I don't have good runes. They're not plus 15, plus 12. So he's really, really new. I just built him up. But he's on Drain. And that's it. Just random HP again. And he's really effective for that kind of stuff. So we'll just go in real quick to Arena, and I'll do a couple real quick apexes. Let me see. Yeah, just Flaw. I'm just going back and forth with him. So I'm just going to clear this list real quick, and I'll show you what kind of idea I have. So whenever you see these kinds of teams, especially this team right here with the Windwalker, you know that they plan on cleaving you. So a lot of people are like, well, I see speed 256, so I just need to outspeed that. I don't care. I don't bother with worrying about the speed because they don't have any stripper. None of these strip anything. So as long as I can tank it out, which that top team I have does, because like I said, they're the centaur prevents the death of anybody. Every time somebody gets hit with a crit, she buffs them up. He's just super ultra tanky, and anytime he's targeted, they have to pop his shield. So every time they attack, he pops up a new shield, giving everybody a little bit more resistance to damage. And that second team is just super, super bruiser. All immunity, heals, and they just do really good work. So they don't have strip, which I really wish I could use a stripper against that, but this should work out pretty well. Boom. You see that? You just push the button and you've already won the battle. That can be really, really crazy later on. So, yet again, this is another one you have to watch out for. Cleave again, 215, 233. And guess what? I don't care how fast they are. They're not going to do anything to me. So that one is going to be fighting this team again. Again, all super tanky. They attack. They don't kill anything because they're super tanky. And then they swing back with max HP damage, and those are squishy. Like, that's only 25,000 HP. That's only 30,000, 25,000, and 34,000. So after just a couple rounds of the big HP tank units killing them, they're going to just die quick. Like, you can see that in normal arena. The bottom team, yet again, this one has a passive. This one has a passive. This one, nope, that's an attack skill and cleanse. But because of these two passives, I like to use the Monkey King. And just overall bruiser, they don't have any strips. So again, without any true quality strips, I'm not too worried about it. Boom. Nice and easy. And on this one, this is just dealing damage. And chance to revive. Just 10% chance every passive turn. Which is really nothing special. Nothing special. So realistically, that second team is nothing crazy. The top one has a passive, so I'll probably do that just because it's passive. Monkey King does great against those passive teams. So they're going to attack with a Spider Queen. He's going to silence passives, and my team will just work them down quick. The second team, just got to worry about him and stuff, but really not anything crazy. Boom. 2-0. Won it nice and simple. Again, another speed cleave. You just got to worry about the damage. They're going to outspeed me. I mean, I could outspeed that team. I realistically could. I mean, I could do that. And then for this team, it's got the spider web, got the elemental control, got a whole bunch of crowd control stuff. So I could use Monkey again against that. But I'll test this one out. This team, it's not guaranteed to beat that one, but it has a chance. That first one will beat that top one pretty straightforward. Boom. And it won. So here we go. Back, refresh the list. All these guys all over again. And I can just do this over and over and over. I'll show you again. He's got a nice fast cleave right here. See, there you go, 266 speed. You got to watch out for that. If you're trying to fight with your speed Windwalker, you have to watch out for both their Windwalker and their Enchantress, because a lot of the time, that Enchantress will beat you up hard. So I'll just switch my cleave team down there again. I'm probably not going to go to third. This team should beat his cleave, and this monkey team will guaranteed beat his Asura team. Because silence the Kong's passive, silence the Soul Drain, silence the Guardian Heart, just silence all those, and that second team is pretty easy to beat.
And boom. Nice 3 points out of it. And then for this one, now this is the guild leader in my guild. He is a pain to fight the vast majority of the time. So no guarantees I can actually beat him, because he switches up his stuff all the time and it gets really frustrating. So let's see here. I hope this should work. Ugh, passive immunity. So I should be able to out-bruiser that second team. The first team is kind of nasty. I can't guarantee I'll win that one. And, yep. So let's see if I can switch this up real quick. Get rid of the first one's passives and everything. I should be able to beat that down. The second one, the second one's really frustrating. I don't think I can beat it with this. Let's see here. Yep. Let's try one last thing. Should go with that. Wonder if that would work. I don't think so, but we can try it. Oh, that worked. Wasn't sure if I could speed nuke that first one, but it worked. So there we go. And here you go again. Another nice little speed cleave team. Just do the anti-cleave right there. And then for the second one, they're just gonna buff and do all sorts of craziness with this. You can either outspeed them, which I technically could. You know what? I'll do that. So there you go. Anti-cleave on the first, outspeed on the second, and nice and easy. So there you go, guys. That's how that goes. As you can see, I get attacked off and on here and there throughout the day. It's kind of backwards. This team right here on the second one is kind of like a trap. So I wanted that because the Spider Queen right now is on the slowdown passive. But by the way this team is built, people are going to think it's a speed cleave. Because they're thinking, oh, they're going to try to outspeed with her and then nuke with these two. But she's on immunity. She's on the weird passive. So it could potentially work out really well. And there you go, guys. That is a little bit of tips and tricks. Oh, and one last piece. During rush hour or whenever you want, you see how these teams, you can just flip them around and then you set it. If somebody clicks on your defense to fight you, and then you click like this and it's set, whenever they're setting their teams and then they go to fight you, if you swapped it while they're picking to fight you, it'll be flipped. So during the last little bit of rush hour, you can just flip the defenses and get some random wins if you have good defense set. So it's kind of annoying and it's kind of frustrating if you're attacking somebody and they switch their defenses like that. And it does happen quite a bit. I've fought people like Fwa and a couple of the other top rankers. Fwa, Drax does it, Val does it a bunch. So a bunch of these people up here at the top really love to do that kind of stuff. Alright though, that'll be it for today's video, guys. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, comment, and like this video, and I'll catch you next time.